Welcome back aboard Blurred Force One with your boys Mo and Lottie, and today we're reviewing Gen V Episode 6. It's entitled Jumanji, and it's coming to you from Amazon Prime Video. So, what did we think about it, and should you be watching? And before we get into this review, get down there, hit like on the video. Well, Lottie, we're back for another crazy episode of Gen V, and this time it's all about we're in the Tsukuyomi, man. It's not infinite apparently, but we definitely are in a mindscape. And if you're an anime fan, you ought to know what the hell that meant. Lottie, I hope you appreciated that one.
Yeah, I actually did. That's actually something that I thought of when I was watching. I was like, oh, they're in a Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, basically, they're stuck in Cate's mind. Marie and Andre and Jordan, and if they don't get the hell out of there, they could die because she's apparently like having brain hemorrhages. Whenever she uses her powers too much, like that's what's causing her eyes to bleed and whatever. And so we get the internal mindscape. We get the cameo of a certain asshole superhero that we know and hate. And also in the meantime, Emma and Sam, they make a connection of sorts, a very deep connection, if you will. And so there's a lot of revelations in this. This episode is doing some stuff, man. Some crazy stuff. So, Lottie, what'd you think? What'd you think about this episode?
I actually like this episode. The thing that I just wish the boys will just stop. Why do they always find a way to randomly kill some innocent person just to show how fucked up the situation is? I'm just like, y'all don't have to keep doing that, man. That dude literally did not deserve what the fuck happened to him. He
Yeah.
did not deserve that. Like it's one of those things that it's funny, but it's also fucked up at the same time. Because I'm just like, oh, all right, the man literally did nothing but good stuff, and now he's just dead. Wow.
What's worse? You know what's worse is oh boy, he can't age. That's Dusty. We've seen him. He's getting high all the time. He was hanging out with whatever the guy's name, the mind raper was. But what the hell happened to him anyway? We saw nothing else after that. But he was involuntarily brought into the little dream world. So basically, Cate she used her powers too much to give everyone back their memories, and they hate her. And then she falls out and seizes up because if she does it too much, it fucks with her brain. But she brings four of them into there, and he's an unfortunate bystander that he sees danger, but he runs straight into the fireball. He's like Mario approaching Bowser and just full steam ahead. No, no,
Actually, he
no.
ran
Well,
away.
no, he got hit in the back. You're right, but it's still.
Yeah, he ran away, but for some reason, what's his name is he's pissed off at the other people. But in the boys' fashion, the innocent bystander is the one that gets killed. For
Yeah.
some, like it's just like this is the universe. The people that the person should be mad at. Nope, the innocent person, you're dead.
Yeah, and it's all that's going. So the four of them are stuck in there, basically going through Kate's memories of what's happening, and then also sort of their memories too, because they're all joined, I guess by telepathically, what have you, and then the kind of the B and C plots are Emma goes to find Sam, and they get busy, and I was like, man, if he's like the Hulk. Do you really want to be doing all of these sexual shenanigans with him when he doesn't know he doesn't know his own strength?
Well,
But
I was thinking that too, but then I was like, maybe she could eat some popcorn and turn big or something.
well, she didn't even do that. That's one thing that no one ever. I think people have talked about for years. Like, man, he's super strong, and that's a muscle. So that thing's got to be coming out like a bullet. And but somehow she
The only movie that ever answered that question was Hancock.
It's coming
It's
out.
the only movie.
It's coming out like a bullet. But yeah, Sam and Sam and Emma, they have sex, and it's and he's literally. You ever heard the term for like fuck puppet? Like it was literally that. I was like, this guy is his mind is something else.
I was lost for words when I saw that. I said,
I you know I you know what? I give it to them for just going there. Why not? Why if you're gonna go in, go all the way in. Like it was good. But I'll say this much: they are so damn cute together, and it's ridiculous. Like she's almost literally she's Betty Ross, right? And he's Bruce Banner. And so, like, she proves in this episode that she's the Hulk Whisperer, if you will, the Sam Whisperer, because she quite literally prevents him from tearing Cate apart. And I was just, just want to say this: the actor Lizzie Broadway, she's so fucking good. Like, I love Emma. She is my favorite character in this show, and I love the dynamic between her and Sam. Like, she is she's not the innocent, but she is the most wholesome, I guess you could say, out of all of them. And if there's anybody that's going to keep them centered, like the group of them, I'm convinced they are going to be a supervillain / superhero group that goes against thought.
Hey, can I say one thing though, real quick, before we get too like deep into it? You know the parts where they were talking about like each other's dark secrets. I was kind of like, why are they giving I keep forgetting what's the black kid's name?
You talking about Andre?
Yeah, they're like, really? What the fuck, Andre? I'm like, guys, he's clearly having sex with her now. Like, I'm like, I'm like, that was the one part of the show that I'm just like, are you kidding me? Why are y'all this upset about it?
Well, I think it's just because he was literally his best friend, damn near his brother's girl, and he's been like smashing her on the side, like behind his back.
It's still one of those things that I'm just like, guys, it's I understand it's messed up, but like their reaction to him compared to the other person it's like, all right, come on now. Like this one, the other was fucked. Like the other one, honestly, is almost just bad as Cate. Like he's almost as bad as Cate. Like let's be honest, he's basically just as bad. And it kind of just let it off the hook. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Like he's like acting like he doesn't know anything that's going on. Yes, the hell you do. You knew there was some shit going on. In my opinion, Cate is like the worst betrayer, but he is like not far off at all. And it's just weird that they're treating Cate so badly, and they're just tossing what old dude did to the side.
Talking about Jordan.
Jordan.
Well, to be fair, Jordan didn't know all of this stuff. They just sort of like went along with what their mentor said. So I get it.
I still can't because he could have said something. He had information.
Well,
he could have been like,
could have, but it was like the amount of information was more or less not complete. It was just like a permanent, like this one thing happened, and then trusting the mentor to do right, but knowing in your heart they're probably not doing right. And I like the fact that they confronted themselves about it, about like being a coward and everything like that. Like if I give this episode any like major credit, it's for forcing the basically the nucleus of this group to bare their souls to each other, like their in their worst moments, their worst sins or what have you, their egregious actions, their selfishness laid bare, so that they can know each other well enough, right? In this moment, Andre is he's a serial cheater. Cate is a she's basically mind fucking people, just to please someone so that she'll have some connection. Jordan wants to be the best, but also has no courage to stand up and be a hero. And Marie is self-loathing because of the death of her parents and her distance from her sister. So between all of that, they know each other. There's no real secrets between them now, and that's gonna, I think, bind them together. And the fact that Andre loves Cate, even though he hates her, is like another, like, kind of a big thing that's gonna bond them all together. I love that. Like, that whole sequence was very smart. It's a smart way to move them forward as a team.
Yeah.
I wanted to. We had one of the C plot, which is a small but very significant plot. Dean Shetty and Dr. Cardosa, all of their horrible Nazi experiments have resulted in a plague virus, essentially, for soups, to just render them helpless, kill them, whatever. And that seems to be maybe not the end goal for Dr. Cardosa, who seems to be happy to just be learning this shit about the soups. But it seems like Dean Shetty's got an ulterior motive, maybe a vendetta against superpowered people. What do you
She's the female. She's the female butcher. She's the female butcher.
Even
if her and Butcher met, she's worse than her.
You know what she is? She's Bolivar Trask from X-Men. She's that guy. If she could make Sentinels, she would make Sentinels. But instead, she's making this.
And she does not like soups. I think her and Butcher will probably bang in real life, if they ever met each other, because Butcher hates soups, but Butcher, I think, is becoming more of like, he hates bad soups, because there's two soups on his team that he knows that are good people. You know what I mean? And he's met other good soups. But she straight up she has an absolute personal vendetta against soups. And I'm happy that this is what is making me like Gen V so much more than what I was expecting it to be. That they're adding a new plot. Instead of it just being Butcher and versus the soups, there's a whole group of people who's pretending to be under Vought that hate soups. Like, they hate them, like despise them. And I love that. I love that there's that dynamic in the boys now. And it's going to add on to so much more for the story. I'm excited. I am excited for what is going to be developed in the future. Because I think the doctor hates soups too. He just doesn't. I think the doctor hates soups too. I think he does.
They're definitely.
But he doesn't. Yeah. He's not the type of person. He's like, oh, I hate them. He's like one of those people that, like, I hate these people so much, but I wouldn't kill them, or I wouldn't want to hurt them purposely.
Well, he's definitely got the Nazi scientist, the Mengele, Dr. Mengele whole vibe going on. I think what really just driven home to me, but in this episode, is now that the group's all together and they're making a decision, like, we're gonna fight against this. And I forgot to mention, we did see Soldier Boy as a imaginary friend / imaginary boyfriend / it was
Jesus Christ.
It was, that whole part was hilarious. I know people are probably like, that is uncomfortable, you're talking about a little girl, and I'm like, yeah, he's
no, she's not. She's a college. She's a college student.
He's saying since he taught her how to masturbate.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, but hey, it's the boys. The boys don't give a damn.
And it's literally like, oh, this is just her fantasy. She's been fantasizing about Soldier Boy for her whole life. Like, but and also they humanized Cate again. So yeah, she sucks, but also, I get it. Like, you can't just throw her in the garbage because of what she did. There's entirely logical reason why she did terrible shit. And we don't necessarily forgive her, but I understand. And that's really the main deal here is in order for them, I mean, she's Jean Grey. She's like Omega level telepath shit. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm convinced. Like, I'll beat this drum. I think they're going to be a supervillain group that's
They
actually
are
the good
broken.
guys.
Every single one of them are broken. Like they are, like in my I was talking about this with one of my friends, and he's like starting to see my point too. That every single person in that group, I think I'm starting to get to the point that I'm starting to think one on one they could beat a Homelander. Like I think she could straight up beat Homelander one on one. Like, can you imagine her just like she could literally just Tsukiyomi that motherfucker because
Well,
she
but
doesn't
she's
even.
got to touch him, though. That's the thing.
No, she doesn't. No, she does not. She put them all in her dream without touching.
Oh,
no,
this
she
is
does
true.
not.
So she just
No,
thinks,
she does not.
She just thinks she needs to touch. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that with every one of them. Hell, the person with the most mundane powers is Andre. He's the most.
Yeah.
He is the. Everyone else, they don't really know the extent of what they can do until they
But
do.
we don't even know. That motherfucker could be like Magneto and pick up buildings. We don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
like you.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying,
because,
I
like-
think they're going to be. I could be wrong, but it would be cool if they turn out they do this thing in the next 2 episodes and they're branded as supervillains as a supervillain group when they're actually the good guys. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. We got 2 episodes to go. So either way, I think that's all of our thoughts on this. But what did you guys think about this episode, and what did you think about what we had to say? Get out of the comments section, leave your thoughts there, and of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And while you're down there, do us a favor, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. All that good stuff helps to grow this channel so that more people can see reviews just like this. All right, thanks for joining us. Come back next week. We're going to be looking at episode 7, the penultimate episode of the first season of Gen V. Until then, I've been Mo, your commentator extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, lover of all things superhero, my good friend Lottie. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.